All right, guys. So basically, Crystal is a statically typed language where you can actually check the types of a variable. You could check the types of different type of number or integer or string. Like you could go in and check all of them, right? And you could be even more specific. You could come here and say, I want this to be an integer of 8. Right? Integer 16, integer 32, integer 64, or an unsigned 8, which means basically it's not going to have any negative numbers, but you're going to have more numbers available on your positive side. Okay, so same thing for unsigned integer 16. You got 65,000. On a regular integer 16, because you have the negative side, right? You have negative 32,768 and 32,767 on the positive side. Okay, when you use unsigned integers, you basically get more space and you get more numbers on the positive side. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys this example. So let's say we come here and we have this method that we create, right? So we say define print number, and then we say number equals to a variable that's going to be an int16. Okay, so if we go by this chart, right, and we say int16, the maximum number that it could be is 32,767. So what happens if we say print number, and then we say, what was it, 32, let's look at the thing, 32,767. So we say 32,768. Let's see what happens. We come here, run our program. It says overloads print number. Okay, no overload matches print number with the type of int 32. So it basically is not letting us go through because this number, the highest thing that I could go to is int16. But if we was to go here and we say 32,767, we come here, run this, it prints it for us. Okay, so just like I told you guys, like you can check the type, you can enforce to be a type, right? So you could say, hey, I want this to be int16. But if I was to come here and say int32 and make this, let's say 38,000, okay, I won't have any issue. Okay, because if you go by the chart, as you can see, int32 can go to the maximum of 2,147,000. Matter of fact, no, it's 483,647. Okay, so it could get really high up there. Okay, same thing as this int64. It can really be a huge number. Okay, so it all depends on what you want to do. Like if you want to tell like the user, hey, this is the maximum that they can have, or you just want to make sure that you want to check for that and say, hey, this variable needs to be int16 or int32, so you know exactly what type of values you're gonna get, what type of numbers you're gonna have within that variable. Okay, so this is integers. All right, then the next one that we have here, and we're gonna combine both of these, is the floats. So there are two floating points, float 32, float 64. Okay, also two binary 32, binary 64. So you can actually come in and use decimal points. Okay, so let's say your float 64, you got the positive, you got the negative. Let's say float 64, you can also use the 1E10. Okay, you can also come here and say 1.0 on the float 64. Float 32, you can say 1.0 underscore F32. So that's how floats actually look. Okay, I mean, if you say, for example, let's say we wanted this to be a float, right? So we say like this, float 32, float 64. Let's change this to a float 64. Okay, float 64, save this. Okay, let's see what it tells us. Automatically it makes it into a decimal, you see. Okay, so just to summarize this, just remember this. You got the int, right? You got the integers, and you choose which one actually fits in for what you want. Okay, and remember, one takes more memory than the other one. Okay, so int 8 takes less memory than int 16, int 16 takes less than 32, 32 takes less than 64, and vice versa. Okay, so that's how it is. All right, guys, so I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.